doesn't capture. Hey, doesn't matter.
It don't matter what they say, we gon' talk anyway. Bell rings, mic check, let the real ones play. From the legends to the new blood, climbing the ladder. Welcome to the show, it doesn't matter. Notorious Dome set the tone, main event status. BDC bring a fire, every take savage. Strap facts with the knowledge, history splatter. Poppy planting no wild cards, say it loud, it doesn't matter. No filter, no bias. This is the It Doesn't Matter podcast.
What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the It Doesn't Matter podcast. I'm your host. I'm notorious when I am Dom. I'm here with Strap Facts. I'm here with the man that chose tonight's topic, TNA Lockdown 2011, BDC. Fellas, what's going on?
What's good? What's good?
Hello. All right, let's get right into it. 2011, a wild time in TNA. I didn't really watch much of this, but tonight, Lockdown. Every match is inside a steel cage, and I'm telling you right now, this show was all over the place. It was chaotic, and I watched every minute of it, and I kind of enjoyed it. So before we get into it, what was y'all first thoughts revisiting TNA Lockdown 2011? BDC, you chose the show. Go ahead.
I did. I chose the show for two reasons. One, I was a big fan of AJ Styles, and at this point, this was the point where Fortune had turned on Immortal, and I remember that quite fondly, and wanted to see that again. Furthermore, I remembered the Jeff Jarrett, Karen Angle, Kurt Angle, that whole storyline, and I couldn't remember for the life of me how that match went. So I was like, you know what? I would want to see that too. And, pretty much everything else was everything else. Those were the two main reasons why I went for it. I mean, I remember the Sting match, and I didn't really care for the Madison Rain, Mickey James match as far as my mindset for why I wanted to get into this. And watching the match later, I could see why I didn't really care for it. Yeah, so that was my main reason, was the Angle, Jarrett Angle, and Fortune. That was why I wanted. That's what I wanted.
All right, Straps, what are your thoughts on this right here?
I was a little skeptical of trying to review this show, but we're gonna obviously get into it, and we'll get my thoughts out there. But just initial thoughts was like, I don't know. I wasn't really sure about it, but then like most of the things here, hey, it's on YouTube for free, the whole show. So that's a plus. That's a TNA Impact plus. So yeah, let's get into it.
All right. Well, like I said, I've never seen this show before. I knew of Fortune. I know the Kurt Angle story, him and Jeff and Karen, but never seen it played out. I didn't watch TNA in 2011. I was watching that hot garbage in 2011 on the WWE product. This is following after WrestleMania 27, my first one. But yeah, the video package kicked off. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty interesting because there was blood. Seeing Karen Jarrett talking crazy about Kurt Angle, how he didn't support the family no more. He don't love me. Blah blah blah. Yeah, real life drama. I'm like, okay, got this novella going on. You got Hogan. I'm not really familiar with Hogan's TNA run. I did see, when he first came out that, they tried to recreate the Monday Night Wars, and we got Sting. And then I know me and you, we talked beforehand how you said Sting tried to pursue Hogan to get back to the good faith.
Real Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. So, all right. It definitely appealed to me. So, all right, this video package, it definitely was cooking a lot earlier, and it got me intrigued. So the opening match kicked off with an X Division match. And like I said, every single match is inside a steel cage. So we have Chris Sabin, Robbie E. We have Max Buck. We have, what's the name? Jeremy Buck.
Yep.
His name, Jeremy. We have Amazing Red. We have Jay Lethal. We have the
Yep.
Brian Kendrick, who has some weird, I don't know what kind of gimmick you want to talk about. And we had Suicide. And first off,
Yep.
I'm watching this. I'm like, this guy looked familiar. I did not know Robbie E was Robert Stone, the GM of NXT. I did not know that. Looked like
yes.
Looked like he was a little bigger back then.
Robbie E as a wrestler, yeah. Robert Stone was Robbie E back in the day. They had this whole Jersey Shore thing going on. Ended up being a 3-man group at one point, but then it, like so many things Jersey Shore related, just went straight to shit. So but yeah, Robbie E with the super spiked hair, and Cookie was their play on Snooki. It was all. Yeah,
Who played Cookie?
I don't remember who the hell that was.
Not Taraji B. Henson either, but
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't remember. I don't remember who played Cookie. A quick Google search will tell me, but
it doesn't matter.
She was played by Ring of Honor backstage interviewer Becky Bayless for a time.
Yep.
And that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
A MySpace hologram. Just using the first 2 words of that, 2 letters of
Ring
that
of
word.
Honor talent. Yeah.
All right. Well, I seen 2 familiar faces. I see Max Buck and Jeremy Buck.
Yes.
And those guys are the Young
Bucks.
It's
Generation Me.
Generation
Me in TNA. Yep.
I remember meeting Matt and Nick Jackson at a Ring of Honor show. I said, hey, man, I remember seeing y'all at Generation Me. They said, oh, we don't want to remember this. And I just laughed. Like I remember this right here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to this match. We have a cage match. We got all these guys right here, but why the hell you got tagged to get in? I hate this shit. Why? It's completely pointless. What's the purpose?
Well, I don't quite know why they decided that. I guess they figured if they didn't do that, that it would look too much like a WWE concept that was out there. It was kind of like the Elimination Chamber without the Elimination Chamber, so they had to do a little something different, and that turned into, hey, we're gonna make them tag in each other.
Yes, you tag each other in, and then there's eliminations. I'm like, wait, there's too much going on in this damn match right now.
I mean, it could have been worse. They could have been trying to stop each other from eliminating each other, which would have totally, jumped the shark.
Well, long story short, Brian Kendrick and Max Buck, which is Nick Jackson, or is that Matt? Is it Matt? Nick?
No, it's
the dark hair.
Matt.
One.
It's Matt. Matt's the dark hair. Nick is a blonde. Yeah.
Well, he got the win. Max Buck with the win. So, how you guys feel about this finish right here? This was typical TNA. They was doing this shit back when I went to Lockdown. When me and Strat went to Lockdown in 2006.
Yeah. I mean,
or 8.
So it was very much on brand with TNA at the time. That was their idea of being completely unexpected. Yeah, let's just send Brian Kendrick flying off the top of the cage because the referee hit the cage, and the cage, which is sturdy as fuck, is all of a sudden so loose that he went flying. Yeah, I looked. I was just like, it was on brand. It was on brand at the time. It was on brand. That's all I'm gonna say. Is just it was on brand. It was on brand.
Strap, what you think about this match right here?
Yeah, just to start from the beginning of the show, Dom, I'm glad you like the opening video package. I'm like, how long is this stupid video? It's like 4 minutes long. That's how long it actually was. I'm like, this is, what the hell? This is a 3-hour pay-per-view show, and you're wasting my time. That's what TNA did. They had a lot of action in between the matches, but good Lord, man, all the video packages were getting to me. But that's okay.
Yeah.
But, I guess I should say what I'm about to say when you asked me earlier, but like, so you had the idea of what I thought of reviewing the show is going to be as a concept. And I was like, I don't really look forward to it. But as soon as they started doing the entrances for this opening match, I'm like, holy crap, like everything is coming back. Every single wrestler coming out. I'm like, I hear the music. I'm like, oh yes. And I see the guy. I see the t-shirt. I see this t-shirt right here. You know, that's why I'm wearing it today. Broke it out. Motor City Machine Guns. Well, just Saban anyway. And then, yes, Max Buck, Jeremy Buck. Jesus. If you read their book, Killing the Business, you know, they were killing their bank account. They were making no money at this time. And you think about the time frame, 2011, this is when Pro Wrestling Guerrilla was really rising to its high point. 2011, 2012, and 2013 is when they were really killing it. You know, they kind of peaked right around, 2018 and 19. But PWG was such a big thing. And to see the Bucks in TNA and being, nobodies, and then seeing them in PWG, it's like, that's madness, And I was just glad to see all these guys, see where they evolved to. Jay Lethal, come on, man. You didn't want to mention his name at all that much? Dumb. Like, this guy, he's the future, one of the Ring of Honor greats, the world champion greats, and he's just X Division Jay Lethal here, and then and then Brian Kendrick comes out, and they didn't even show him yet. I just heard the music, and I'm like, fucking Brian Kendrick, he's doing that stupid, Ku Klux Klan member gimmick, and wow. And yeah, and then I flash forward, I'm like, oh yeah, he was in 205 Live for a while, and then he got canceled and all that stuff. But it was a very nostalgic look back. The very first of many to come on this show. But as for the action itself, it was the first couple of matches were leading me down a path. I was like, now I'm starting to remember stuff. I was getting real nostalgic. I texted Randy, Asuka, and I was like, dude, this is the stuff we used to watch. As a matter of fact, I don't think I ever saw this show before, because almost as a joke, first of all, I love watching my friends buy stuff, because I don't buy things. I love watching them buy stuff. And so Randy used to invite me over to watch the WWE pay-per-views. And then, not as a joke, because I was kind of interested too. I was like, hey man, you just start ordering TNA pay-per-views too. And I don't remember this one particularly, watching this one. I don't know what was going on. I don't remember it, watching it on pay-per-view at the time. But yeah, this is going on a very nostalgic time. I'm like, this is going to be classic TNA. You're going to have a great action up and down the card. You're feeling good. You know the booking is going to get to you by the main event. That's how all TNA shows are. You're like, action's good, but it's about that, drink like a zero or a diet soda. You get that bad aftertaste sometimes, unless you're drinking A&W zero sugar. I don't mind the taste.
Shameless promotion.
Yeah.
Shameless.
But anyway, about this match in particular, it was just classic X Division, great opening match feel, just a lot of good work in it. No, the rules don't make sense. The finish is a little wacky, just like you said, with the sturdy as hell steel cage. But it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. So I thought it was a pretty good opening match. So I think it matters, because you had a lot of star power, whatever you want to define star power as. Had a lot of star power for the future and beyond. So I give it a thumbs up.
Yep.
BDC doesn't matter.
Oh, absolutely. And one of the things that we kind of just touched on it and kept moving right along. The names that we mentioned basically the Young Bucks. We mentioned Jay Lethal. We mentioned Chris Sabin. We mentioned Suicide, which the whole Suicide thing was crazy from the jump.
My God.
Dude came from a video game, right?
Yes.
Dude comes from a video game. But the one guy that we really didn't mention, Amazing Red. That dude was ridiculous back at the time. Did you see his counter to Jay Lethal doing the springboard off? That shit was insane. Like, I didn't even know what happened. I just see him point. I see him run to do the handstand, and then next thing you know, he just fades out. And I realized, oh shit, he drop kicked him. He drop kicked him in the head while he was doing the springboard. That was X Division at the time, just innovative offense out of anywhere. You just came out of anywhere. X Division, I'm never going to knock, period, because no matter whether it was a six-sided ring or a four-sided ring, no matter what they tried to do to the X Division always came out with matches like this, and it was insane. So yeah, it definitely mattered, not only for the people that was in the match, as far as what their futures would bring, but also you had one of the best at it in Amazing Red, who was very much underrated at the time because people, oh yeah, he's Amazing Red. We know who he is, Amazing Red from TNA, but no one really knew how good he really was. And that match gave kind of an example, a quick example.
Yes.
Have you ever noticed, paid attention to Suicide's theme song? I mean, it's very direct, you know. It goes on repeat. It just goes, suicide. I've already died. It's just I'm like, it's like, goddamn, kid, that's so dumb. And shout out to Amazing Red one more time because when he made his entrance, he wore a T-shirt that I also own, the TNA Lockdown St. Louis on the back T-shirt. Man, gotta love those Don West brown bag specials because I bought so many of them. And I would make requests too. I would say,
the brown bag specials.
Yeah. So can I have this? Can I have this DVD or can I have this T-shirt in case? You know, I would buy a bunch of them. I would buy like 3 at a time, and you know, you'd hope you'd get something different in each one. So that's why I have so many glorious TNA T-shirts.
Yeah. So this match definitely matters. But
absolutely.
One more thing. At this time, who's playing Suicide?
I don't know. The famous ones is Kaz and Daniels.
Yeah, they was in the main event.
Or actually
it could have been what you call it?
TJ?
TJ.
Yeah.
TJP's around in 2011?
Yeah. I mean, you know, obviously Kaz and Daniels, they were doing their tag team
actually,
thing,
body type, I don't think, body type, I'm not sure. I don't think it would have been. It could have been somebody. It could have been one of the two playing the dual role. Doing the role as themselves, and then, you know, coming in.
Double duty. All right, well, while you look that up, we have Eric Bischoff coming out, and he cuts a promo, and the fans are chanting, "We want wrestling." Why is this giving me Elimination Chamber feels right here for the very first time?
I skipped this. I was like, you know, this is on YouTube. I'm just gonna hit da. It's just a promo. I did that a lot in this show. I'm like, you know what? Let's just get going with it. I just skipped it. I'm like, I don't care what he's saying. It doesn't matter. This segment doesn't matter. I think he just came out there just to get some heat or to cover something up. I'm not really sure. Like,
well, he definitely has some heat.
Okay. I found out who played Suicide. It was not a double duty. The guy who plays Suicide likes to make it rain.
Oof.
Okada?
It was Okada.
Oof.
It was Okada.
That's why he didn't like TNA.
You got to see the Rainmaker later on in the video package too.
Like I had to look twice. I'm like, wait, are you kidding me? Did it really say it was Okada?
Wow.
Yeah, it said it was Okada.
All right. Well, speaking of Make It Rain, we see Brooke and Nick Hogan in the crowd. And our next match, we have Inc. of Shannon Moore and Jesse Neal taking on Douglas Williams and Magnus of the British Invasion. And we have Eric Young and Orlando Jordan and Scott Steiner and Crimson. And first of all, what the hell was Orlando Jordan wearing in that damn Tarzan outfit?
My man was Fred Flintstone. He was Fred Flintstone for real. It had me dying. It's like he really came out here.
What the hell?
Some of the things Taz will say on commentary, man, you don't say that today.
No,
Taz, listen. Yeah, Taz is my boy back. Yeah, he's my boy when it came to commentary. Yeah, he's hilarious. He's hilarious.
So, guys,
man.
Eric Young, he was that goofy character at this time. He even took his shorts off. He had trunks like Orlando Jordan.
He had on the snooker trunks.
Yeah, he had snookers. He had the snookers.
Yeah, the snookers on.
So this match, you could either escape the cage or pinfall. And Eric Young taking the sweet time trying to climb down. And who the fuck got the win?
No. So
yeah, he went too slow. And Shannon Moore got the pin.
No, that's the thing. I don't think escaping the cage was part of the.
Oh my god!
I don't think escaping the cage was part of it because he actually cleared the cage and was out the cage dead, like celebrating the fact that he had made it out the cage, and it meant nothing because it wasn't a determining factor in the match. Because even after the match was over, he was like, "Oh, you mean I wasn't supposed to leave the cage?" It was like, dude, really? That was the first match, homie.
That was make him a dummy. Match. Made him a dummy.
He was a crazy loony dummy for a long time.
I did like Super Eric.
Now he's just crazy.
Crazy and bald.
Yeah. Yep, crazy and bald.
Oh man. So I'm looking at Doug Williams. I'm thinking he looked familiar. I was trying to think of that dude that CM Punk said, "Who the hell is this guy?" But it wasn't him. I had to look him up. What's CM Punk's boy? Ace Steel? I thought I was him for a minute.
No, it was funny. Randy saw him. He's like, "Who's Doug Williams? That old looking guy?" It's like I mean, he looks old, but he ain't. I mean, he's the same age as some of the guys, but like that old guy. I'm like, he ain't that old, brother. He ain't.
Yeah, I thought that was Ace, but no, it wasn't Ace.
No, Ace Steel.
Get to see a young Nick Aldis.
Yeah, the Gladiator, the American British Gladiator.
Magnus.
Yeah,
wasn't there 3 guys in the British invasion? Wasn't there Rob Terry? The big
Rob
dude,
Terry
right?
was the third. Yeah.
What happened to him?
His girlfriend called him the Freak, Rob Terry. I mean, he would stick around for a while. He was one of the guys that held the TNA Legends Championship that Booker T, Black Snow, once held. And then they turned it.
Yeah,
Devon held it too. Yeah, that stupid belt.
Yeah, he was like the third guy with British Invasion until he kind of struck out on his own, and then he was hired as the muscle for, I don't remember if it was Immortal or somebody. Flair hired him as muscle for one of the groups that he was a part of at the time. He was this massive dude who failed to get over with anybody, and so they just kept trying to throw him in somewhere because he was this big massive dude.
Also failed the drug test.
He's like Baracus.
Yeah, that dude was huge.
My favorite Street Fighter character.
Oh man,
dude was ginormous.
So did you guys enjoy this match? Does this match matter?
No.
I enjoyed it because Scott Steiner, they did a promo before it, and he was really over in Cincinnati. And I texted Dom this, like, freaking, so at the end of the match, he's carrying the steel chair, he's chasing someone away, and freaking Brooke Hogan, stupid, blonde, idiot Brooke Hogan, legit is trying to grab the chair. She's trying to be funny, man. Well, Scott Steiner's so strong, he had a good grip on that chair that he just ignored it and he kept walking. I'm like, if she really grabbed it and she made him trip up, I could totally imagine him whacking her in the head,
whacking her with the chair.
Yeah, that was the Kurt Angle match. That was later on.
Oh,
he came back. Yeah, he came back out. But yeah,
you're right.
At the same time, Brooke Hogan throwing popcorn and drinks at Gunner.
Fuck her.
My
man.
thing is, what the hell was she doing? Like, what was her purpose there other than to just be stupid? Because it was like she had like, yeah, it's like you were trying to interfere. First off, she was dancing at the end of one of the matches. I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? Then she's interfering in matches that did not concern her at all. And then the match that she should have been interfering in, she just stood there and looked stupid. I don't know what she was there for.
Nothing. She was just she was just a fan at ringside. She became an on-air character later, but not now.
Later, okay.
Not now.
Yeah.
She was just a fan at ringside, and like she's being a fucking idiot because she overprivileged piece of crap. Oh man, I hate her more than I hated Drew McIntyre about 5 years ago. Jesus Christ. And okay, so 2 years later, Slammiversary Boston, and
they're coming back.
And we do the meet and greet, the Hogan meet and greet. Man, that took I don't know. It probably was 2 hours, but if it's 2 hours and you're in a line and not doing anything but moving slowly, 2 hours just for that, it seemed like 4. So who knows? Just to meet Hulk Hogan, you know? But as a surprise bonus, you got to take a picture and meet and greet with Brooke Hogan too. Who the fuck wanted to meet Brooke Hogan? You know, so there's that.
Did she ever have him out by then?
Taking a picture with somebody doesn't mean anything, right? Oh, we're cool. I have pictures with Brooke Hogan, Becky Lynch, and I admittedly am not fans of either. And the next day, there's a meet and greet with Sting, right? And me and Randy were like, dude, like it took so long yesterday, man. Let's just show up like late, like it took us 2 hours to meet him. Let's go 2 hours after the time, right? So we go to the thing, and me and a couple other people were walking around like, where's the meet and greet? It was at a different place than the day before. We're like, where is it? And then some representative comes out. We're like, hey, where's Sting? He's up there in the rafters now. They're like, oh, we already did the meet and greet. It's done. It's over. It's like, what do you mean it's over? We paid a lot of money for this, and they're hemming and hawing. At first, they try to give us like those TNA brown bags and I think I think they were giving them away to people who were in line anyway already, but they had like extras, So it had like a Sting mask, maybe a shirt, probably not a shirt, a wristband, or an action figure. We're like, this is our consolation prize, some Sting merch. Like, fuck this. And I don't know whatever. They like basically, I think they begged him to come back. I was like, you got like 20 people out there. Can you just come out one more time? Sting comes out in regular clothes, sunglasses like Jack Nicholson. He puts on Sting gloves. Okay. That's his only, I mean, hey, they can't be in full gear all the time, but that's what it was, because Sting didn't talk to anybody. No, he didn't do videos. He didn't do autographs. It was literally a photo op, meet and greet. That's what Sting's was. Hogan's, people, he talked to people a little bit. He did the autograph. He did videos for people, We have lots to talk about Hulk Hogan on this podcast, but when I met him, I met a lot of wrestlers. He was a nice one. He's one of the good ones that I've met, Sting, love Sting, not one of the best meet and greets ever, but we still got the photo, and that was cool.
And the gloves.
And this is all just to go back to say Brooke Hogan's a piece of shit.
You didn't buy her album?
Man, I wouldn't pick that album up if it was on a highspots.com grab bag giveaway for $5. No, thank you. No, thank you.
All right. Well, this match doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
All right. Well, our next match is for the Knockouts title. We have Madison Rayne taking on Hardcore Country,
I should have done
Mickey
something
James. And Mickey James, she got a bad shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
She's all taped up. They had a video package. It was pretty interesting. Then you have the entrance. Then the match starts. Then the match is over. Well, hold on. Before the match is over, the crown got stuck on Madison Rayne's head. That was pretty funny.
Well,
that was pretty funny.
I thought that was part of the gimmick.
The problem was the referee was supposed to take the crown off of her head. Well, what the referee was not aware of is that there was a hair clip holding the crown in. So when he went to grab it, he was yanking her. And then she stepped back. She was like, "Yo!" And then she took the hair clip out, and it came right off her head. So, like, dude, how did you not know that? It was like, how did you like? I get it. She had her head pretty damn still, but you couldn't see that that crown just was not moving, or didn't even think, "Hey, you have a clip in your hair or anything holding that down." That shit was hilarious.
You gotta give Earl Hebner some reasonable doubt, man. He would not know that there's a hair clip.
Was that Brian Hebner or was that Earl?
You need to give Earl Hebner some leeway here, because
It was Earl.
if it was Orlando Jordan, he would figure it out. You dig? He would figure it out, not Earl Hebner.
Or Orlando Jordan would have just known.
Well, this was so short. Why would you have Eric Bischoff come out and get that amount of time? And you could have took that time and put it in this match right here.
No. I think she was legit hurt. Mickey James. I mean, she did a weird job selling it, but I think she was hurt. I don't know.
Mickey James had, from what they were saying, she had a dislocated shoulder. That was because she had gotten run over by the motorcycle a week prior. But I do think she had a legit injury and a legit dislocated shoulder at the time. But I mean, if you went into the match, you kind of knew how it was going to end, because it was going to be either Mickey James won or Mickey James got her head shaved. And I don't know who you thought was going to let Mickey James get her head shaved. I knew that wasn't going to happen. I just really was surprised that the match was so quick. But again, with a real injury, you know, she did most of the damage. Just throwing her into the cage 3 or 4 times, and then she hit her DDT, and it was over. Yeah. So it was wild. It was wild.
It definitely was wild, but it does not matter to me.
Nah, it was really like that the writing was on the wall. The moment they said hair versus title, I was like, oh yeah, Mickey's winning this. There was no conceivable thought that Mickey James was gonna get her head shaved. There's just none.
I liked it, you know, and I liked it because I didn't know what was gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like it just, I was like, holy shit! I was like, what? You know, then you're starting to piece things together in reverse, you know, and that's kind of how I think. I think weird like that, right? And it's like, okay, well, that was a weird finish. It was like a 30-second thing, and whatever, and she won. Like that's a basic squash. It's like, okay, maybe it's because she's really hurt. If she's really hurt and she's selling that one arm, how the hell? Why she do her finisher? Her finisher is the leaping DDT thing on the bad arm. That's a shoot bad arm. Why are you doing that? But if you have a separated shoulder, I mean, you need to heal and have it repaired or have surgery. I don't know. It's never happened to me. Knock on wood. But you know, you could still get around it. You can still do a little bit. So it's like, okay. And you know, you're mentioning the gimmick. If she lost, well, she can't lose. So that's why they had to go through it. Like, can you power through it? Again, probably not something they would allow nowadays. You know. But and then Madison Rayne, I mean, her entrance, her theme song, that whole bit, that whole gimmick. It's kind of like I'm not making this comparison, but I'm making a comparison. You know how Roman Reigns' entrance is freaking long as hell, and it's like, well, Madison Rayne's entrance is long as hell, but it was okay because that's what they do to fill up the time. Maybe that's why Bischoff came out earlier. It's like the eating up time, the hair thing. Like, oh, maybe Earl didn't really know that the clip was in there. I'm like, I think that was part of it. It's like, hey, fuck with my hair, so I'm in there longer and I have more match time. You know. That's what I thought. So
that's why that promo was so long.
So that's why
everything else.
I liked figuring out why the match was so shitty. Why it wasn't even a match. In the PW Torch, they would call that a dud. DUD. DUD.
Yeah.
So I liked it for different reasons. I liked it for a lot of different reasons. So I liked it. But did it matter? No, it didn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. All right, well, this next match, it definitely does matter because we have Samoa Joe taking on the Pope, D'Angelo De Niro, and
yes,
every match you got a video package, and I'm watching this video package, and then I see the Pope pulling out a knife on somebody's neck. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm like, what is going on? He hired somebody to follow Joe around and try to take him out, and then he pulled a knife on this dude. Like, what the hell? What was that? Pope is pimping.
All I could think of with Pope, you know, I always liked him. I thought he kind of had one of those runs, those pushes, kind of like when MJF first won the title and Ricky Starks was his first like opponent. And I'm like, dude, Ricky Starks is so hot right now. He's got to win that title. But MJF just won it. They can't switch the title. And they didn't. But MJ was super hot. I forgot who the other guy. It happened again more recently with somebody, not Brody King, but someone else, where it's kind of like, dude, that guy is so hot. You gotta switch the title, but you can't because we know better. You can't do it, and they didn't. But all I could think of with Pope was Dom's Pope don't turn pages. That's all I kept thinking about. And so Pope, you know, going up to one of the shows, it was the Las Vegas themed one in February. Forget what it's called, Against All Odds. He was getting a big singles push for the world title at that time, probably like in 2010 or 9. And I was like, ooh, Pope is hot. He's got to win the title. He didn't win the title. And, you know, just kind of faltered away. Then you have Samoa Joe coming out in like bright blue and red. And it's like he was doing the Nation of Violence gimmick with the tattoo. And he had Okado as his sidekick guy. It was just a weird time for Samoa Joe, but when he comes out, people are just like, man, he will forever be the best, the ultimate Ring of Honor world champion for over a year, that first time, like in 04, 05. You know, he earned that reputation early, and he still carries it to this day. And that's just the greatness of Samoa Joe. He's just a great talent. But you had this match here, so I was looking forward to it because I like both guys. But I think the crowd was just they died, man. They were a dead crowd. St. Louis, there's a lot of people there, but they were pretty dead all night.
Dud. But I enjoyed the match. It was good. It was going back and forth. At some point, I thought, oh, Pope might actually go over, but nah, he kicked out the muscle buster. But then my man tapped out. Joe choked him out.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with this.
That second muscle buster was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna hit that on you, and then I'm gonna choke you out.
It was nice.
Yeah. It was really nice. I definitely enjoyed it. I love watching the Pope wrestle. Not so much when he was Elijah Burke, but I do like to see the Pope wrestle. And Samoa Joe is always one of my favorites, so I was very happy for this match.
I remember
it was on the card, but I was very happy for it.
I like Elijah Burke's work with CM Punk. Just him saying it like, "Come on, Punk, come on, Punk." You know, he's got a great look. Pope he's a good looking man. He just looks good all the time. He's pimping.
Well, if you want to see the Pope, I think he's still wrestling for NWA. I want to say.
MLW.
Yeah, I think he's on NWA Power.
Whatever, one of those.
Yeah, one of them shows. This match matters to me.
Yes. Yep, matters to me too.
Yes. All right, so our next match, we have the Blueprint, Matt Morgan, taking on Super Mex Hernandez.
This match shouldn't matter. Match should not matter.
So, I used to like Hernandez when he was with Homicide. Where the hell is Homicide at this time in 2011?
Not too sure. I mean, he was... Yeah, he had an unfortunate career, you know, because he was, you know, part of that Bryan Danielson run in Ring of Honor that I keep harping about. Homicide was a big part of 2006 as well, because his culmination was at the end of 2006, that final battle in New York, and he won the title. And then he held a Ring of Honor world title for like 6 title defenses until he lost it to that big Jap, in his words. Takeshi I forget his name. Takeshi Morishima. Yeah, that guy, I hated that guy. That guy sucked. It was a terrible decision. But at that time, it was a weird time because TNA had the more money contracts with a bunch of Ring of Honor guys, and they pulled them away from Ring of Honor. So at the same time, they lost so many guys. They lost Joe, and Homicide, you know, at the very least. But where Homicide was at this point, I'm not really sure. I don't know what happened to him, but LAX was broken up. Yeah.
So apparently in 2011, he started the year competing at New Horizon Pro Wrestling. Wrestled for New Japan Pro Wrestling in May. Did several gigs with CZW, Ring of Honor, and Dragon Gate USA in 2011. So I guess at this point he was officially out of TNA, and Hernandez was just really firing up Mexico America.
Yeah, so we got the new LAX right here. We have Hernandez. We have, how you say the dude's name? Anarchia. Taz kept saying, Anarchy. Taz kept saying that. We had Rosita and Zarita. One of them is Zelina Vega. I'm not sure who the other chick is.
She's the Dark Angel, Sarah Stock. She's a trainer in NXT. That's her big notoriety.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you got these 2 big meaty men. They should have been slapping meat, but it was nothing special, whatever. And I don't know. You can see it. You can see Hernandez was just filling in the role. I don't know. He probably need that. He need that Homicide there, and Hernandez just come in and clean house. But nah, him as a singles wrestler, it wasn't it.
Yeah, he's always been a better tag than a single star because he has the personality of a doormat. So you know, he tried really hard. He did try really hard. He really held on to and embraced the Latina stereotype in all of his roles, but his personality just never shown to shine through it all. Just never did.
It's something in pro wrestling where they just want that next great Mexican superstar, and they try with a lot of people. They're just never going to get it, and maybe they will someday. But they were targeting Hernandez to do that, to open up, kind of like how AAA and CMLL are actually a really big deal to WWE and AEW right now. They wanted that for TNA. They wanted that for Hernandez. Unfortunately for Hernandez, he's an American-born Mexican-American. He don't speak Spanish, and if you're going to be a big star in Mexico, if you're not a white Americano, you better be a speaky Mexicano. So it wasn't working out, but just like you guys were alluding to, he's got the personality of a wet burrito, and he just couldn't make it very far. But I like Matt Morgan and Hernandez as a tag team. I thought they were a very good tag team, and they decided to split them up because they wanted to get them off and get them on a singles push, and they gave them a group. And they tried with both of these guys. It just wasn't working. I like the DNA of TNA gimmick for Matt Morgan, from Fairfield, New Haven, Fairfield, Connecticut. And it just didn't come together for these guys. At least they had a feud. At least they had a blow-off feud match, unlike Swerve and Keith Lee, another tag team that broke up. But it just wasn't clicking. But they did try. For Hernandez.
Well, Hernandez had an opportunity to win this match, but he want to showboat. He want to do some poses, some El Gran combo dance, whatever he was trying to do. But he jumped off the top rope. Hernandez caught him, or Matt Morgan caught him with the kick.
Carbon footprint.
The carbon footprint. 1, 2, 3. That is it. And then after this, we get
clean off.
We get Zarita or Sarita. One of them started talking.
Sarita.
And then we see who was it? Velvet Sky came out, and then
and cleaned them out.
Zelina gonna charge right at her. And what does Velvet do? She did a damn Sid Justice Hulk Hogan type thing with a drop toe hold. I'm like, oh my god, you about to take the girl out? You gonna drop toe hold her, and then take the other one out. It was funny.
I thought she was about to do a 619.
Oh man, the beautiful people.
Jesus. You just remind me, the booking of this match, it's like Hernandez should have won. Not Matt Morgan. Hernandez should have won in this elevation of whatever. Hernandez, booking wise, should have won. And that's why it's cursed from the beginning. Like it was never gonna work.
Yeah.
I did enjoy, Velvet Sky coming out. It's like, man, just take a snapshot of, the early 2010s, and it's like Velvet Sky. That's what a hot woman looked like in that era, hairstyle and clothing and all that stuff. But I was a big fan of Velvet Sky. Also, a lot of merchandise from Velvet Sky, most of it from the Brownback special, actually. But she was always nice.
Yeah.
And the line that always gets me every time, people just do it to me. I remember you. I remember you from yesterday. I met her at a couple of public appearances, and she said this. She said exactly this. Like, I remember you. I'm like, do you? All right, whatever. You got me. I love you.
It's crazy. She used to go to Shrine at Fox. Was like, damn, I probably walked past her so many times. I didn't think nothing of it. Like you said, everybody had that hairstyle at the time.
She's good looking, but she's very. A lot of people have that look. It's a popular.
I don't know why she was with Bully Ray for at one point.
Because he's got a big head.
That's why Brooke married him.
Huh?
That's why Brooke married him.
Brooke married Bully Ray?
And TNA, wasn't it? Didn't she get married?
Yeah.
See, I know that. All right, well, let's talk about love. We have Kurt Angle taking on Jeff Jarrett. And guys, I was so confused. I was going to get ready to call you guys when I was watching this shit, but I'm like, what the fuck is the Ultra Males Rules match? What the fuck is that? I'm like, I'm sitting there. You got real drama. You have Kurt. You have Karen. You got Jeff. We're going to settle this in the Ultra Males Rules match. I'm like, and then I keep hearing the first fall is gonna be a submission. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And these guys, they just trying to one up each other with submission moves, and Kurt got it. Then the second match, a regular match. I'm like, would you want to do that first, then work your way up to the submission match? Then the last one, oh, you can escape the cage. I'm like, this is weird. I'm like, this is weird. Has there ever been another Ultra Male rules match?
Probably not.
This might be a one and done.
I wonder
It
who
needed
came up
to
with
be a
this
one
shit.
and done. It needed to
Jeremy
be a one and
Borash.
done. I mean,
Vince Russo.
a best of three with escalating dangers is usually the way to go. A best of three with de-escalating dangers seems a little off.
I think maybe 10 years before this, 2001, WWE gave you 3 stages of hell. TNA is going to give you an Ultra Male rules match.
It's such a weird time. Like, you know, I don't think, like, sometimes we've been watching reviewing shows like this 2002 SummerSlam, like, you know, one of the best SummerSlams of all time. And you're like, just feels like yesterday. And then you realize on this pay-per-view right here, 2011, okay? Booker T came and went already. Main Event Mafia already was a thing. That's in the past on this show.
Oh, yeah,
and this show is already old. We're old.
Yeah, that show's like 2008. Yeah, wow.
And you know what feels like forever? SmackDown from like 2012 to like 2018. SmackDown as a brand, as a storyline, just seems like, what the frick? I don't know. Anyway.
I was talking to Rose the other day. I was like, man, you know, you think this was 25 years ago. You thinking, man, that's like in the 70s or the 80s. Like, nah, that's just like 2000s. like damn. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy times.
You know, like what's his name? Pat McAfee, right? You know, or Randy Orton, they're talking about the Attitude Era, which is, you know, 26 years ago. What if the Attitude Era did the same thing? They'd be talking about guys from 1968. Like,
maybe talk about Bruno Sammartino and
not even, but you know,
that's crazy. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, and the most important thing you already passed the drunken Jeff Hardy episode.
Yeah.
Or the high Jeff Hardy episode.
I want to see that.
Hogan took that belt, that toy, and he chucked it.
Threw it in the trash. Because this has already happened because Sting beat him for it. So this has already happened.
All right, well, let's get to the first fall, this submission. So, like I said, these guys are going back and forth. Jarrett trying to go for the figure 4, but Angle made my man tap out. Angle lock. It was only right. It was only fitting.
Yeah, it was only fair.
The second fall, regular match. And still a cage match. Guys grabbing the rope. 1, 2, 3. Ref counting. Like, why are you counting? It's a cage match. Like, come on, man. Are you forgetting where you guys are inside of right now?
Well,
like,
that brings up another question, Dom. In steel cage matches, what is the only way it should end? You know,
escaping the cage,
killing somebody.
All right. See, there's many thoughts about that. It's like, yeah, right. You know, I just remember, like, you go with whatever you grew up with or what you've seen a lot. You know, pinfall or escape the cage. And it's like, well, pinfall's the dumb one, escape the cage. But the theory behind a cage match is like, you know, why is the babyface running away from the opponent? Was he a coward? He should stay in the ring. It makes no sense. Wrestling makes no sense. Why do they bounce back from the ropes when you throw them? Would you just stay put or collapse? Next on the next morning.
This is true. And also, if you want to see a steel cage match on WWE Vault, they just added Bret the Hitman Hart versus Sid unreleased. I'll be watching that soon.
Yeah, he was watching that earlier.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Second fall. Like I said, the singles match. Kurt was dominating. I thought, Kurt's about to get it. Clean sweep. But he wanna toy around. He just wanna bring the pain. And my God, when he was sitting on top of the cage and he's getting ready to hurricanrana this dude and land on his head, I was like, yo, he's done.
He's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
No. Jeff was trying to get on top of the cage and Kurt ran up there. He slipped, but he still threw him over. I'm like, oh, this is Perk right here. Perk angle.
Yeah, peak Perk.
You mean that super angle slam?
Yeah, man.
You know, I like this a little bit, right? So they showed a different camera angle of it. So he does that. He he trips a little bit, but as he's landing, he uses his free hand and he moves Jarrett, so they both land safely.
I seen that. Yeah.
Awesome, so awesome.
Yeah, Kurt's good, high or not.
Yep.
And then, like Strap was saying before, Kurt's getting ready to escape the cage, and Gunner, who's down with Immortal.
Yeah, he's down with Immortal.
Yeah,
because at the time Jeff Jarrett is a member of Immortal.
Yeah, so he comes down with the chair, and you see Brooke Hogan throwing ice cubes, throwing popcorn at this dude. I'm like, I would have turned around and smacked him one good time with the chair, but yeah, and then Kurt did the moonsault and missed. Well, it looked like he missed. That crane angle sucked. Oh my God.
Yeah, he missed. He overshot by plenty, and Jeff Jarrett moved in to try to make it look like he landed, but he overshot by plenty. He overshot by plenty.
Yeah, he did.
That's how he broke Hardcore Holly's arm, because he's like, I never hit the moonsault. I never nailed the moonsault on anyone. I'm supposed to miss because I don't trust myself landing on someone. So Bob Holly goes, hell, I've got an idea. Land it on me. And he broke his fucking arm in Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, man. You can't make
I guess he should have listened to Kurt.
That's for Big Titty.
Big Titty. All right, well, the finish of this match, the third fall, like I said, Kurt was trying to escape. Jeff, he's busted wide open. We see Karen running down to the ring, trying to interfere, and Jeff's still trying to escape. She slams the door right in Kurt's head. Boom. Maced him first, then slammed the door. And Kurt he loses. Jeff wins.
Don't forget. Tried to gave Jeff the guitar so that he could rock Kurt in the head, and then Kurt said basically "fuck that" and still put him back in the ankle lock on top of that. So,
Jeff,
Karen was very much making sure that Jeff won that match.
I can't wait till July, because I already know we're going to cover Ric Flair's last match. I'm choosing that. I'm telling you that right now. And Karen was a big part of that last match. You want to talk about a heel? That's a heel. Hell, next year in Women's Madness, we might have to put her on the list. Might not make it far, but she might make the list.
She's definitely not going to make it far. That I know for sure.
So, did you guys enjoy this match, or was it just overbooked?
It was a very strange concept. I mean, it was from a technical standpoint, it was a decent match, but it was very awkward feeling. Like, it was very disjointed, and it's hard to enjoy a match when not a whole lot of it makes sense. It's impossible to enjoy a match when you don't know what the hell's going
on. Yeah, same, because I would say it's a personal taste kind of thing, and maybe the taste is aligned with a lot of people's taste, but I just don't like all this nonsense. It's kind of like, listen, you have Jeff Jarrett. He's a very professional wrestler. Kurt Angle, a great professional wrestler. They can put together a fine match. What do you have all this other stuff in there for? You don't need it. Not with these guys. Maybe with some other, maybe Hernandez, but not these guys. So I just kind of tune out. I'm just not interested. I'm like, I know it's gonna be something silly, and this is, well, it's the third main event. It's a very heavily featured match. But as predicted earlier, the show's going well. It's whatever it is, opening stuff. I mean, we've seen bad hours of wrestling, WCW 1993s. But here we know TNA. Here comes the overbooked stuff, and this is a perfect example of one of those things. And sometimes the match can overcome it, like the next match has some thoughts on. But this one right here, it was just unnecessary, unnecessary stuff for two good wrestlers, and it just got lost in the shuffle. The action was good, but everything around it was just unnecessary.
So does this match matter?
Well, it's historically it's the only ultra male match in history,
which is why it don't matter.
doesn't matter for me. I don't want to revisit it.
Oh man, yeah. The storyline, I knew about the storyline, had me hype, and I was like, oh okay. Then I hear this nonsense. I was like, kind of let down. But the match was good, but I'm in between. But it doesn't matter. Oh Lord. All right, well, our next match is for the TNA title, and I love that title. I want that title. The TNA with the black lettering.
Yeah, should have bought it.
It's clean.
Should have bought it.
Oh my God.
When TNA, they never went out of business, but it almost seemed like they were. And I had my eyes on that. I just didn't pull the trigger on it. But yeah, that is. They changed the belt so many times. That's a beautiful belt.
Oh, speaking of which, Eric Young was wearing the old TNA Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, he was.
he was wearing the old one, the one before that one.
Yeah, sucks.
And
I didn't like that one.
He's not a champion. He's just found the belt in a garbage can.
That's what Taz said. Just to be clear, he's not a champion.
He's not a champion. He just found that title somewhere. Oh my God!
You know what belt I want to buy?
Which one?
The 10 pounds of gold. I want that belt.
That thing with the big button?
Big button.
Well, that's what it looks like to me. It's the globe.
Oh. Yeah, the big button. The Nick Aldis belt.
Sure.
Oh,
the Nick Aldis belt.
Nick Aldis belt.
Yeah, all right.
The Harley Race.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I'm looking at it. Yeah.
That belt's clean.
Yeah. Swipe
I
left.
like that shit. The Nick Aldis. I wear a suit and just hold the belt like this.
See, the thing with the belts is that I think that they all cost like similar, so because basically it's just the material. The materials are the same. It's metal, depending on which kind you get, metal and a synthetic leather. And so they're basically the same thing. Just the mold is different. It's like, okay, but
that AEW belt expensive as hell.
I'd rather pick any other belt.
Yes.
The AEW title is expensive. I want big gold. Not big gold. I want the 10 pounds of gold. I want the old WWF Attitude Era tag team titles, Money Inc. Brett and Yoko. I want that. That's my favorite tag team titles all time. Yeah. I do like the new World Heavyweight Championship. I do like that.
I don't.
Because I like big gold. And I wasn't a big fan of the old Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold belt. BDC guy, I held it. I was like, this ain't bad. Now it's like more of a nostalgia thing for me. So yeah,
that's the Hulk Hogan belt, brother.
The Winged Eagle. That's the Undertaker.
But
the Undertaker belt.
The 1986 Hogan belt. I like that shit though. That shit tight.
Yeah, tight around the waist. That shit was small.
WWE 2K.
Well, in Pakistan, don't make it to order.
Oh man!
Actually, as a matter of fact, ringside, he has his eyes on because I was asking him about the eco-friendly Daniel Bryan belt, and I was like, "What is that thing going for?" And he gave me a price. I'm like, "Oh, well, okay, then give me an example of some other belt." I was like, "Whoa, Jesus, no, thank you." I'm like, if you want to have an investment, talk about investments. It's like invest in the wrestling replica belts because the prices have never gone down since 2003. I know that for a fact because that's when I purchased my replica Attitude Era World title. Okay. And I got it for about $1.75. 100 because they're trying to get rid of all the WWF stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, to me, that's what the belt costs. About 175, 200. 200 full price. Okay.
Now doubled.
It's never gone down that low ever again. But that's my price. Everybody has a price.
I mean, I could literally tell you when I bought the spinner title, because that was the first one I bought. When I bought the spinner fight title, that was $300. When I bought the Winged Eagle, that was $350. I won the Smoking Skulls belt. I won that, so I didn't have to pay anything for that. But I paid $600 for this Vancouver title.
That's fire.
Like, it now most titles now about $600. Even though the 3 belts I already have, you can get them now for about $400 or $500. It's insane.
Well, my titles, the big gold with my name on it, and the white IC title, they're both gifts.
Look at you.
They're the original props for the show. That's right.
Yes.
Carry them shits everywhere. I'm going to John's house. Damn it.
Can I hold it?
No.
Sure. No. All right. Well, let's get back to Sting.
Speaking of which, I need to get that belt for the. I got to get the belt for the Smoking Skull.
Sting,
I'm retiring.
Mr. Anderson, and RVD. Main events.
Yep.
One of your main events. This is for the TNA title, that beautiful title.
Yes.
You seeing this on paper? Like, oh, this is going to be a good-ass match. Then the bell rang.
And it was not.
It was.
It was not.
Oh, my God. So I had to look up. I'm like, all right, how old was Sting at this time? I think Sting was like, RVD was 40 at this time, so Sting had to at least be in his 50s at this time.
Yeah. Sting was clearly not hitting the gym anymore. He just did not care. He stayed skinny, but this was when you really started to see that he had completely let go of the workout part of of his career, that he was just more or less, maintaining cardio so that he can actually run through the matches. It wasn't a good match. It wasn't.
It was a short match for one. It was like 10 minutes.
It was 10 minutes, and it was not a good match. And and of course, at the time, the angle was Rob Van Dam going to become a part of Immortal? Was he not going to be a part of Immortal? Anderson was just an asshole, and Sting was trying to hold on to the title. Hogan interferes.
Hogan came out with a pipe trying to give it to RVD. RVD threw it. Mr. Anderson took the pipe. Wham! Nails RVD. This is for me, not you. This is for me.
Yeah. And you know what else was for Anderson? I was about to say, you know what else was for Anthony? It was for Anderson? A Scorpion Death Drop after he did that. Yep, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. Like, I understand the storyline. Yes. Did Rob Van Dam prove that he wasn't immortal? Yes, he did. Did it ultimately matter? No, it didn't. It did matter because Sting kept the title. Anderson took the pin. RVD just looked stupid. He just looked stupid. And Hogan did too, because he introduced the element of his own destruction in that match, and it was pointless. Yeah.
I agree with everything you just said. Strap, what are your thoughts?
I like this match.
Probably because it was short.
Definitely because it was short.
You know what? I mean, you gotta presume like the pay-per-view clock, 3 hours. That's a hard out, man. And they're like, shoot, sorry guys, gotta wrap it up a bit. So
listen,
the action itself, just like that, it was a hot 10 minutes. I mean, I knew it was gonna end stupid. I kind of knew that, even though I don't remember the finish. I mean, as I was watching it, I was like, I know it's gonna be something stupid, but as it was, I did like the action. I thought the action was good. But yeah, the booking just gets in the way. Typical TNA. But like I said, I kind of knew that. But I like the whole thing. What I was thinking though it's kind of like, man, Sting, gotta stop giving him the damn world title. Like, he's fucking old, man. Give it the, don't do it. But then you can see like TNA trying to rise up, and people are like, hey, like, who's in that company? Who's the champion? It's like you say, maybe people don't know. Yeah, people don't know Rob Van Dam or Mr. Anderson. Sting, oh, I think I heard of him. Probably not, but I get why they put on Sting, but it's like, just really think about it. You're like, this is why they were going to go nowhere, because they're like, we need to have that famous name. It's like, dude, 2011, it's already 11 years over his time, 12 years,
Yeah, and the problem is that in Hogan's era in TNA, he was so far out of touch. He believed he needed to keep putting it on the big names, the Jeff Hardys. Hell, he even put it on Matt Hardy at one point, which I never understood that. He put it on. he put it on Sting. He put it on Sting. He put it on him. He kept it on the bigger names. He didn't really give the younger guys a shot once he really took hold, and that's kind of how that ran. One of the things that irked me, aside from the actual ring gear that Sting had on, because what the fuck was that?
I like that.
No, that shit
was a bit
retarded.
garish.
It was a bit stupid. Forgive me ahead of time, because I'm sure someone will have something to say about that. But what I didn't really understand, like, RVD, people may not know who he is. This dude was WWF champion at one point in time. He is the guy who took the belt off John Cena at ECW One Night Stand, which was basically heaven on earth for everybody who was ECW fans that night. But there was so many different ways it could have gone. And they chose the absolute ass wrong way to go about it. They just did.
Yeah.
But that was Hogan era. It had to be the big names. Like, the guys that actually built that company weren't really getting the shot. That's kind of where Fortune comes in. Fortune Align. That was Ric Flair's group. Fortune aligns with him, then Fortune turns. That was kind of like the way to jettison all four of those guys into the main event picture, which ultimately it worked, because eventually all four of them won the TNA World Heavyweight Championship after that moment. So that was just Hogan.
All right. So Strap enjoys it. I thought it could have been better. BDC.
I definitely thought it could have been better. It could have been
better. So it's in between right now. Somewhat matters.
It does matter, and it doesn't, sort of way.
I can't really believe we allowed somewhat matters to be an answer. Abel.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
All right, well, let's wrap it up. We got one more match, one more cage match.
Yes,
this one is Lethal Lockdown. We have Immortal taking on Fortune, and Immortal has Bully Ray, Matt Hardy, Abyss, and woo, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Yep.
And then Fortune, we have Bear Money, one of my favorite tag teams.
Yes,
Frankie
sir.
Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. And at this time, I'm thinking, like I said, it's 2011. I know who's in Fortune. I'm like, where the hell is AJ Styles? I'm like, where the hell is he? How come he's not here? How come he's not on this show right here? So this right here is your War Games match, which is similar. One guy gets in after 5 minutes. Next guy gets in 2 minutes later. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody gets in.
Yeah, 1 man advantages. Yeah.
And then once everybody's in, the cage comes down and it's filled with weapons, and all the good guys just sitting there waiting. Wait, oh, I want that one. Wham, wham, wham.
Time to go.
They just start nailing each other. But when Ric Flair came in, oh man, the fans loved him, man. You could tell Flair needed money at this time. Flair wrestled in the tank top, had the slacks on and the nice shoes, and And then when James Storm came in, had that beer bottle.
And
you want to talk about a bad camera angle? Oh my God, no, don't do it. Don't do it. He took that bottle. Bing, you see Ric Flair go like this. And rolled right over. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm like, come on, TNA. I'm like, come on, who's your cameraman? Ric Flair is so damn bloody. But when he got up, his pants was ripped. I'm like, how the hell did he rip his pants? I don't know what happened
supposedly that was James Storm's going after him with the jagged edge of the glass on his pants leg. He was trying to cut up his pants. I was like, why? You really wanted Ric Flair naked? That's what you were after? Are you serious right now?
Oh man.
Yeah.
And then the last guy to come in was Bobby Roode, and he had no pop whatsoever when he got in the ring.
No, he was not the most popular guy in Beer Money.
And when James Storm came out, the first person he went to was Abyss. He took a sip and spit it in Abyss' face. Abyss is wearing a mask.
His eyes weren't covered though.
Oh man. But shout outs to Christopher Williams, Christopher Daniels, not Christopher Williams, New Jack. Christopher Daniels, him and Matt Hardy on top of the cell or cage. And my man just jumped off there like nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 2 minutes earlier, he almost died falling off of it. But,
He caught himself. He called himself.
Matt Hardy was trying to give him a back body drop off the cage. He was trying to see if ragdoll physics were around in 2011. That would have been bad. But yeah, he jumped off that cage. He landed on Abyss's back and Matt Hardy's head. And just the fact that he jumped off of there alone was nuts to me.
Yeah, and Abyss was there too.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so Strap, my questions to you. When did Brother turn into Bully?
Not super positive. I don't know. It just happened. I just know the end result. It was a great thing for that guy. It was a good thing for his career. He got a new character that took him away from the Team 3D. I know that it seems weird to say this, but it's like, I think, because I don't think they would have different contracts, but Devon was not now, but he in the company, he was the Legends champion, and then his contract went out and he left the company and the title just disappeared. It was such an unimportant title, it just disappeared. And then
so that's why Devon wasn't here?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
But a couple years later, they're doing the Aces and Eights angle, and the surprise mystery person was Devon Dudley, brother Devon, and then he came back to the company for a while. So I don't know what led to that.
So essentially in 2010, Team 3D broke up. They were supposed to be retiring. Like they were having a quote unquote retirement match of some sort. They were retiring, and Bubba Ray effectively turned heel on Devon, blaming him for everything, and the result of the heel turn was him adopting Bully Ray.
Sounds like a shoot.
Wow, sound like the APA right here, right?
Don't. Well, the only difference is that Bubba did beat the snot out of Devon, I think, at the end of it. Yeah, but
because Ron was gonna get beat down by no JBL.
It's kind of it does sound kind of the same. That only difference was JBL was just like I'm sorry, like he got him fired, or he got Ron fired and became JBL, whereas Bully Ray blamed Devon for everything in their career as Team 3D and became Bully out of it.
JBL had the best heel turn ever, because it was
I didn't even know
he did, because it wasn't like it was so underhanded.
It was legit. It was real.
It wasn't vicious. It wasn't vicious. It wasn't maniacal. It was just like, yo, you got fired. I couldn't afford to get fired. And so he's just like, I'm sorry, bro.
I think of two things. One of them, the most recent thing, is there's something about Javon Evans saying he purposely botches his moves to make his matches more realistic. whether you want to believe it or not. I can believe it. Sure, millennials don't lie, so I can believe that. He wants to add more realism to the match. If he nails it perfect every time, very choreographed, obviously. So I'm like, I can believe that one. And the other one is about how Jack Nicholson, not wrestling, right? Jack Nicholson is a better actor, a more method actor than other actors, because he says if you're acting in a scene, and you look at your watch, if you're a bad actor, a poorer actor, you don't know what time it was, because you're acting like you're looking at a watch. But Jack Nicholson's method acting is when his character looks at the watch, he knows what time it is. He can tell you it's 2:17 p.m. So what the hell were we talking about? JBL, right?
Wow.
JBL's heel
JBL,
turn.
yeah. You lost me
JBL.
to watch.
This is all he's. This is all he said. This is all he had to say. Because like he's such a new character, the Wall Street guy, the cowboy. No, well, he's always a cowboy, but the Wall Street guy. How are you this? And you're a beer swilling gambler guy before. Like that doesn't make any. It doesn't make any sense. He just chalked it up to this. He just said, a throwaway line. And I looked this promo up later too, and it was a great promo. He was like, that was all fun and games. And he didn't even say the next line, but I had to get serious to be a world champion. That's it. That's all he had to say to make a logical jump from one to the other. It was like, it's like saying, I was like that in my younger days. I was a wild child, sowing my oats, but now I'm more mature and I take things seriously now. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's why JBL's heel turn was excellent. Even though
it was quite epic.
Yes.
Y'all don't like him for him telling the truth?
Go to Mexico. AAA announcer.
Oh, Lord. All right, well, go ahead. You want to say something, Strap?
For his gimmick, for what you think JBL is, he's he don't seem like a racist guy. He might seem like one. His character and Fox News and all that shit. His best friend's a black man. He's doing commentary for a Mexican wrestling promotion. This guy is not who you think he is.
He's all American.
Yes, he is.
I love you. Let's have some barbecue and drink a beer together.
Okay.
Man.
At Hurtado Barbecue in Dallas, Texas.
And this show has officially gone off the rails again.
It even fell on the floor.
Wow, let's get back to it. Had everything going on, and like I said before, I didn't know where the hell AJ Styles was, and then Bully Ray was talking shit to who was he talking to? Daniels?
Yeah.
I think he was talking to Daniels.
Yeah, he was talking to Daniels.
This is for
your buddy, AJ Styles.
Yeah, the music came on, and then AJ, he looked phenomenal, no pun intended, and yeah, of course, they made Ric Flair tap out. He had to. He's the weakest one.
With a move that Bobby Roode never does.
An arm bar.
Number 1002.
Arm bar, yep. And that is it. The good guys win. We get AJ Styles back. The fans, they're happy and tired.
Yeah, and that version of AJ Styles is one of the best, because that dude, when you only see flashes of that AJ Styles, which I call like the pissed off AJ Styles, you only get flashes of him from now and then. Like most of the time he wrestles, he's pretty cool headed and stuff like that. But when that dude is pissed, everything he does looks like it's amped up to 1,000,000.
Yep.
Like the way he's moving is sharper. It is more direct. It is everything about it just looks like it is just that much harder and that much faster and that much stronger, and there's that much more impact to everything he does. And he gave all of that to Bully Ray. He gave all of that to Bully Ray. So, and oddly enough, the only other time in TNA where he did that was when he turned back from the no one version of AJ and turned back to the phenomenal AJ Styles in a match against the Aces and Eights. where he was once again showing that very, very dark, evil side of himself. But yeah, that's
So
my
this
boy.
match, it definitely matters.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is peak TNA. We had a little bit of everything in here. We had a lot of chaos. We had some decent stories. So, are you guys recommending this show to somebody who never watched TNA before?
I am. There's definitely better. I'll say there's definitely better. Like, I might recommend a match or two. I wouldn't recommend the whole event. This match definitely had moments, but as far as full product, I don't think so. When one of the longest parts of the entire event are the highlights, I have to really consider whether I'd want anybody to, because literally the highlights was taking up longer than some of the matches. Hell, the highlights was longer than Mickey James's match.
Mm-hmm.
How is that humanly possible? The match was a minute. How do you have a minute and a half of highlights?
Well, that's what I say about this podcast sometimes. How are you going to have a show that's 3 hours and we review it for 2?
Well, that's why we are wrapping up. Does the show matter?
No.
It's it got my curiosity, I'll tell you that, but we're not covering that in the month of May, so I'll tell you that right now. So
yeah.
Does the show matter? No, it doesn't. But next week,
it mattered to the folks at the time. It mattered to the folks at the time. It don't matter to me now.
Yes, but next week, Platino's back from assignments. It's his pick, and we are going to cover WCW Spring Stampede 1994. Strap, if we did the show already, cut me off. Check the archives.
I'm checking right now.
Check right now before I get into this match. The match is. I know we didn't because I looked earlier.
All right, fine.
I think.
Read the card.
All right. In our opening match, we have Johnny B. Bad taking on Diamond Dallas Page. Me and BDC seen them guys fight a lot of times. Woo! Hell, I'm looking right at them right now on Facebook. And our next match for the TV title, we have Lord Steven Regal taking on Brian Pillman. After this, we have a Chicago street fight. We have the Nasty Boys taking on Cactus Jack and Max Payne, not the video game. Strap, do you see? Did we do this yet? Huh? Does that familiar?
My heart didn't jump, but the equivalent of that was no, we did not do this show before.
All right. Sound like we did. And our next match for the WCW United States Championship, we have stunning Steve Austin taking on the Great Muta. Oh yeah. That's gonna cook. So funny.
Stone Cold versus Japanese Sting. All right.
Lord.
All right. After this, for the WCW International World Heavyweight Championship, that's that second belt, the Ron Simmons belt, we have Sting taking on Ravishing Rick Rude. After this, we have a bunkhouse match. We have Bunkhouse Buck taking on Dustin Rhodes. All right, after this, we might have to get Lacey Trailer back on the show because we got Big Van Vader taking on the Boss. And our last match, the main event, is for your WCW World Heavyweight Championship. We have the Nature Boy. Woo! And he's in his ring gear. And he is taking on Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon.
I feel like I should not have watched these matches, these shows on my own before doing this podcast.
Oh, you got thoughts already. There you go. I like to hear that. This ain't 1989 Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair.
No, he cut his hair.
No, it is not.
Yes. All right. Well, that's Spring Stampede 1994. We're doing that next week. So, guys, remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. We are on iHeartRadio. We are on Twitch, IDM Podcast, IDM_podcast. Follow us. We're going to catch you. Wrestling Madness. The finals is approaching. We have Bryan Danielson, and we have Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Do I want to announce the women yet?
No.
All right, then. Well, you guys got to tune in for the women to see who made the finals. It's WrestleMania season. It's a busy month for us. Strap's going to Las Vegas. Going to eat himself a good steak at the Heart Attack Grill. Check that spot out. Las Vegas. They got this. It doesn't matter what they got to tell you off camera. Let's wrap this up. I'm Notorious One. I am Dom. I'm here on Strap Facts. I'm here with the man that chose the show, BDC. Platino will be back next week. And we will see you guys next time. Boom.